So my microgreens have sprouted like mad. They're still pretty white because I haven't exposed them to the light, but I'm going to pull them out and do just that now. So I'm going to pull this light down a little bit, and so it's been like 3 days since I planted them, and that's where they are now. Hello, Lori here on Vancouver Island, and I am back for another tour of the garden. I'm telling you, there is a lot going on this week, or today even. There's a lot going on today, so yeah, hang out. This is going to be fun. Thank you so much for being here. If you're a new subscriber, welcome, and thank you so much for subscribing. And if you're a returning subscriber, you're awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, let's get started. I'm very glad that I let my thyme go to flower because it's got bees on it. So it's always exciting to see bees in the garden. So yay! Yay for thyme flowers. So the first thing that I'm going to do is rip out this giant carrot plant that's flowering all over the place. Now, if I needed carrot seeds, I would probably let this continue going and would harvest the seeds. But from what I remember, these carrots weren't very good in the first place. So I don't see much point in saving the seeds, especially when I have some other varieties that I'm going to try. And yeah, so I'm going to try and pull this giant out of the ground, and we'll see what happens. Ugh, it's covered with that foam stuff. Alright, here's one. Oh, look, it's got a little tiny carrot on it. I wonder how horrible the carrot is. Alright, here's number 2. Oh, and it just doesn't have nothing on it. Look at that. I'm still going to break it off before I throw these fronds in the garden. I wonder if they'll sprout. Maybe I should throw them in the other one. I need something to cut that. Alright, here's the giant one. Ooh. Decent size. Just a little carrot, right? I mean, all that. Anyway, one of the reasons that I'm pulling these is this is where I'm going to plant my peppers. So, yeah. So I dug a great big hole, and this is a mix of straw and potting soil and cattle compost. Cattle manure compost, and I'm gonna drop my egg in there. And where's my little shovel? Here it is, right there. I'm gonna rake that, and I'm gonna give my tomato. Should I? Poor little guy. I definitely need to bring some more dirt in there, though. dirt or hay. I might just layer it up with some hay. This poor little guy looks pretty pathetic right now. It's a Roma tomato, and I ended up actually having to lay it sideways because my barrel was not full enough, didn't have enough dirt, or isn't deep enough to bury it as low as I wanted to. So I've heard that you can bury them sideways and everything underneath there is going to root. And I'm hoping that in a day or two I'll be able to come out and show you this, and it'll be standing upright and looking beautiful. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Okay, so I know that my garden is just tiny, but oh my gosh, I am beat after today. So maybe I shouldn't have been doing it right in the heat of the sun, but I think it's just because I'm out of shape. Anyway, so in this bed today, I planted 8 bean plants there and there. It says to do 4 per square foot. And then I planted some zinnias and some holy basil. And then in the center there, I put some sunflower, and those are some short sunflowers. And then here I'm going to have more beans, but I'm not going to plant them for a couple of weeks yet. And then over there in the corner, I did some sweet basil. So in this bed I have both holy basil and sweet basil. I love basil. And then I'm also going to throw in some marigolds and I think some more zinnias in here, plus some Aunt Molly's ground cherries, which I've never ever tried, but I hear are delicious. So here's my poor sweet Roma, and we'll hope that she makes it through the night. Anyway, I've covered her with a blanket of straw, and she's got some good manure and dirt and other stuff down there, and that's all I can do at this point. And then I did throw some sweet basil into this pot as well, because tomato and basil, the basil actually helps to keep bugs away from tomatoes, apparently. So that's what we're doing. Back here to climb up my trellises, and this is my sunniest spot probably where I have a trellis. I've put a black beauty melon and a Diana melon. Well, I put seeds. I put 2 of each, and we'll see. Hopefully they come up. Hopefully at least one comes up. I will probably wean it down to the strongest and then let that one grow and grow and grow and grow. But I'm hoping to have some melons. I should have time still. I still have quite a bit of growing time. It's only the end of May, so I should be okay with this. I usually wouldn't start them so late in the year, but usually I buy starts at the nursery. So I liked buying seeds because I could get more varieties, but yeah, I don't have starts to put out. So down here are my peppers and my tomato starts. And they don't look any worse for the wear yet. We'll see what tomorrow brings. And then in this bed, I've also put some holy basil, some sweet basil, and some pepperoncini seeds. And again, anything that I don't have a start, that's because I either couldn't find it, didn't have seeds. The starts that I do have, I actually purchased from the nursery, so yeah. Or like those cherry tomatoes back there, those little cherry tomatoes, those are the ones that I pulled the seeds out of some organic cherry tomatoes that we bought at the grocery store, and I stuck them in some dirt, and they're growing. So yeah, we're looking forward to this. And then back here in this other bed where I have the trellises, I put a tasty green English cucumber and a couple of little Gherkin Artist F1 hybrid cucumbers. And then I also have back there a purple peacock pole bean that is supposed to be really pretty and have really beautiful flowers. I planted it a little while ago, but it has not come up yet. Anyway, my dill is looking fabulous. I wonder, do you harvest dill as you go, or do you wait until it... Smells so good. And then my onions, of course. I have one huge one there, but they've been getting scapes on them. And then some of the fronds have been just falling over. So I don't know if you're supposed to do this or not, but if they bend when they fall over, I've been pinching them off at the bend. I don't know, it doesn't seem to be hurting them at all. And then of course I cut the scapes off. That's a big old scape. Because apparently if you let the scapes grow, and I think I should take this one, I think that's a scape too, and I just took the tip off of it. But anyway, if you let the scape grow and flower, it stops feeding the bulb, and your bulb won't get any bigger at all. So we want big bulbs. We like big bulbs, and I cannot lie. I cracked myself up. Anyway. The other thing I wanted to show you was the progress that we're making out here. I'm sure you remember those hideous pillars that were there before. And when we looked at them closely, apparently the the man who we bought this house from, who built this carport, was a moron, and he was using 2x6s nailed together to hold up our roof. So we had to do something, and Dave designed this. So yeah, it was a couple of days and they fixed this right up. And so the next thing then is next week we've got somebody coming to take this grass out, and this is going to become my rose and gnome garden. I can't wait. Yay! Well, that is it for me in the garden today. Gosh, I feel like such a wimp. I really hardly planted anything, but I guess these beds were basically empty a couple days ago, so that's been a lot over the last 2 days, getting that filled and ready to plant, and yeah, hauling bags of straw around and all that fun stuff. So thank you for coming and hanging out with me for a little while today. Oh, speaking of hair, I called my hairdresser and she can't see me until the end of June. And that is just not going to work for me. So I told her I was going to go somewhere else, but I might just have Honey take care of it. I don't know. I just might take a shaver to it and just cut it off. I definitely need to put some more color into it because it is showing the gray. I think we're going purple this time. Anyway, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for being wonderful. Take care of yourself. Bye now.